All right, Gemini, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for May 18th through the 24th. My name is Athen. So let's go ahead and look at your chart this week. So right at the beginning on Monday, we've got a new moon happening right on the cusp between your 11th and your 12th house. You already had a new moon in your 11th last month. So this whole past 30 days, this whole past lunar cycle has been about this these groups, friends, anything on that community level, the income you derive from your work, the satisfaction you derive from your work. And so now you have another new moon here, except it's different. It's different because you already have all this emphasis in your 12th house, which I'm going to speak about with your ruler there especially, and this is happening so close to your 12th house cusp. So this cusp here between the 11th and the 12th is essentially what you have to give and contribute to things larger than self, because the 12th house is the house of compassion. It's the house of selflessness in the sense that you give without expecting anything back in return, but it's also the house of rest and relaxation. So whatever that is for you personally, it's a lot of this 12th house activity. So this whole new cycle now, this whole next month, is going to be about you guys getting that rest, getting that relaxation, taking it easy, coming from the heart, compassionate, connecting to God or the universe, however you see that, while doing all of these things maybe with the community or with friends or with, again, any type of things relating to your work, because your work sector has been highly activated during that whole transition in March and this whole year in general. So I think the 11th house might be taking on more of the work area, which is income from work and satisfaction from work. But in either case, reflect around the new moon around Monday, because it's always this receptive time where we want to be reflecting on and thinking about where we want to head for the next 30 days. And in this sense, probably very much relating to the spiritual side of life, making sure that there's enough time in your day for you to enjoy life and connect to God or the universe and take it easy and enjoy yourself. So that's all the 12th house here. And yeah, that's where the new beginnings are going to be. So it's a week of pause and reflection, especially for you Geminis, because your ruler Mercury is going retrograde this week, Monday and Tuesday at the very beginning. So for the next few weeks, this is always a time, because it's your ruler, of you doing that internal work and reflecting on things and just redoing different areas of life in general. But it is specific to your 12th house. So I think here you guys will be reflecting and redoing, anything behind the scenes, working behind the scenes, again, relating to these spiritual or tranquil energies of life here. Connecting to the ebb and flow, how to connect to the ebb and flow of life, how to trust more, how to surrender more, all of these types of things. So it's always, the 12th house is it's very behind the scenes. It's not very conscious all the time. So with this energy here, it could be that it's taking place in your dream space, things of this nature. So be observant, be aware, be conscious of it, because it's shining that light is what's going to assist us in understanding a lot more about what these things are that we're understanding and learning, and for you regarding the 12th house for the next few weeks. Now later on the week, Thursday and Friday, we have Venus, who's in your first house, opposing up to Pluto, who's in your 12th. So you can see this week, there's also the Sun opposing up to Saturn this week too. So there's a lot of this patience, going with the flow, taking it easy, pausing this week for everybody, but especially for you guys because of this 12th house activity. But in this sense, I think you guys are enjoying, your goals, your drives, the things, your pursuits. And a lot of these things that you're enjoying right now relating to your first house, which is also your self-image and your assertiveness as well, is going to be shaping up for you not too distant. It's going to be in about a month, a month and a half, when you'll start to really feel a lot of this first house activity for you. Once the sun goes in there, we'll have a new moon there. It'll be your birthday for those of you watching for your sun sign, things like that. But the key here is that whatever it is you're enjoying, whatever it is you're connecting to in that first house area, maybe relating to your self-expression too, because Venus does rule your 5th house. Again, be willing to restructure, be willing to change things here, because Pluto is saying, look, there's something that needs to be restructured, changed with yourself. Maybe it's your identity, maybe it's how you're coming across, maybe it's these goals in particular that you've been working on. Not that there has to be, major changes, just be willing to make changes. And in that way, Pluto doesn't act as the malefic and feel like there's changes happening to us. We are the agent of change, and then in that way, it flows. And so that's the flow of this energy. Now, Friday and Saturday, and this whole weekend, really, we have the Sun opposing up to Saturn. Okay, by this point, the Sun will be in your 12th house. So what's nice about that, first of all, is that your guys' illumination, your sun energy, which is that torch, that fire, it's illuminating the 12th house, bringing more clarity and understanding to these behind-the-scenes activities. It's nice to have the sun there who always illuminates, versus it being less of that murky kind of an energy. So with that, though, with this self-expression that maybe you're expressing about the spiritual side of things or understanding or seeing in regards to that, just keep everything nice and balanced with the tranquility and flow, because Saturn has been in your 6th house, helping you guys get very stern and serious about your routine or about your health or about being of service to others and helping others improve as well. So just keep that balance with the day-to-day activities and the crafts that perhaps you're developing with the rest and relaxation that I think is going to be important for you. And if you find that balancing point, fantastic, because that's exactly what we want to do. And in this sense, it's taking care of things on the daily level while making sure we're connected to the present moment, essentially, and getting enough of that alone time. And Saturn is also urging you to bring more of this, routine stuff and discipline into the 12th house matter. So consider that as well over the weekend. Now, Friday through Sunday, the weekend as well, we've got Mars trining up to the North Node, which is a supportive energy towards your life path this year. This whole year with the North Node in your 4th house is about home. It's about family. This has been an opportunity for you, and it will be for the rest of this year to work on this area, home, family, to improve it, to put energy into it. And so you're very supported with all of these 4th house activities over the weekend. A really good time to spend time with family or at home, connect to your past and your sentiments and the emotional side of life, the domestic side of life. And you'll find that very supportive. There's a lot of energy that can be implemented into that as well. And again, it's also supporting these 12th house activities also. So Gemini, I hope you guys have a nice week. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you're new to this form of astrology, do check out masteringthezodiac.com, or if you'd like a personal session. And I will see you all next time. Take care.